Hello. Oh, Uncle Bud. No, he's doing fine. The his head. The brown helmet. The scab hasn't come off yet. No. Well, I went over to check on him, and he'd taken a Marcolot and drew tattoos all up and down his arm. Yeah, both of them. Yeah, and he'd taken a bandana and tied it around his head. I says, "What are you doing, Uncle Bud?" He says, I said, "I got to go out." He says, "I went out looking like with the big old scab." So people just snickered when they walked by. Says, "But I can't stay in the house anymore, so I'm going to be bad. So I'm going to look like a badass biker." I said, "Okay." So those bikers, they tie their bandanas in the back. Yeah. Well, Uncle Bud tied his in the front. Yeah, Aunt Jemima. Yeah. Well, he was saying, "How do I look?" I says, "Well, he says I'm gonna make it look better." So how when we were kids, Halloween come along and we'd take a cork and burn the end of it, and smear it all over the bottom half of our face, give us a 5 o'clock shadow. Yeah, he did that. Well, it turned out all right, except that now he looks like Aunt Jemima with a beard. Yeah. So he took one of his shirts and tore the sleeves off, and he put that on and put on a vest and tied a chain around his waist. And he says, "All right, let him snicker now." And I was going to mention something about the bandana. I said, "Well, Uncle Bud," he said, "Nah, I'm out of here." So off he went. Well, he come back about a half hour later, and he's all in a huff. He says, "Damn it, they're still snickering at me. I can't figure it out." So I was going to mention the bandana. He says, "I know what I'll do." So he took off the chains and the vest and all that stuff, and he took that cork and he burned it some more, and he started smearing it all over his whole face. Yeah, his ears, his neck, everything. I says, "What are you up to now, Uncle Bud?" He said, "Well, I'm going to look like one of them badass homeboys." Okay. Okay. So he put on a long sleeve shirt and buttoned up the sleeves, and then he went and took the shirt and buttoned it all the way up to the neck. He says, "There, that ought to do it." So I see him snickering out. He started strutting around the living room. I said, "What are you doing, Uncle Bud?" He says, "I'm practicing my swagger." He says, "You gotta have a swagger. He says, "That way you get respect if they just see you coming." I said, "Okay, Uncle Bud, but you ought to." He says, "I'm out of here." So out he went. Well, he went walking a little too far, and he got into a pretty rough neighborhood. And I guess there was a dispute going on over territories and stuff, and he was swaggering down the sidewalk with his arms swinging, and a couple of real homeboys started coming the other direction. And I don't remember what color Uncle Bud's bandana was right now, but apparently those guys were wearing the other color. Yeah. Well, they blocked his path. I said, "What you doing in our territory, fool?" And well, he just true to his outfit, he just puffed himself up. Says, "I'll walk any damn place I want to." Well, they both hauled off and socked him in the face. Yeah, both of them at the same time. Knocked him out. Yeah. Well, I don't know how long he was out, but by the time he got back to the house, you know, his eyes were all swollen up and turning black and blue, and yeah, raccoon. Yeah, Aunt Jemima raccoon. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. Now he said he was going to stay in the house until the scab come off. He's in the other room watching TV with a six pack. So uh, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.